Hello everybody! If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you! This subject was suggested by Deval on freefortalk.com. I'd never heard of SkinWalker before, so after looking into what it was and what it meant, I got AI to write this. Short story 476, The Shadow on All Fours, Intermediate. In the vast red desert of the Navajo Nation, where the wind whispered secrets through the canyons, lived a young man named Tahoma. He was a Diné, proud of his people's traditions, but curious about the world beyond the reservation. Tahoma's grandmother, Atsa, was a keeper of stories. Every night she sat by the fire, her voice low, telling tales of the old ways. Her favourite was about the naaldlooshii, the SkinWalker, a witch so evil it could steal the shape of animals and bring darkness to the heart. Naaldlooshii, Atsa would say, her eyes sharp, means with it. He goes on all fours. They are not human, not anymore. They choose power over goodness, and their hearts are cold as stone. Tahoma listened, half believing, half doubting. He was 22, educated at the community college, and thought such stories were for children. But Atsa's words stayed with him, like a shadow he couldn't shake. One autumn evening, Tahoma drove his old truck to a distant mesa to gather herbs for Atsa's healing ceremonies. The sky burned orange, then faded to purple. He parked near a cluster of juniper trees, their twisted branches clawing at the air. As he knelt to pick sage, a strange howl echoed across the desert. It wasn't a coyote's cry, it was deeper, unnatural, like a voice trapped between a man and beast. Tahoma froze, his heart pounding. He told himself it was nothing, just the wind or an animal, but the air felt heavy, as if eyes were watching him. He hurried back to his truck, but the engine wouldn't start. The keys turned, the dashboard flickered, but the motor was silent. Panic crept in. The howl came again, closer now, from the direction of the mesa's edge. Tahoma grabbed his flashlight and a small knife from the glove box, remembering Atsa's warning. Never face a SkinWalker without protection. They can trick your mind, steal your voice. He clutched the knife tightly, though he wasn't sure it would help. In the moonlight, a shape moved. It was low to the ground, slinking on all fours, but its form was wrong. Too large for a coyote, too human in its movements. Its eyes glowed yellow, unblinking, locked on Tahoma. He backed away, his breath shallow. "Who's there?" he shouted, his voice cracking. The creature didn't answer. Instead, it circled him, its claws scraping the dirt. Tahoma's mind raced. Was this a SkinWalker? Or was he imagining things? Caught in a story he'd heard too many times. Then it spoke. "Tahoma!" It hissed in a voice that sounded like his own, but twisted, as if mocking him. He stumbled, his flashlight dropping to the ground. The creature lunged, but Tahoma swung his knife, slicing the air. The thing snarled and retreated, its form shifting, now a man, now a wolf, now something in between. Tahoma ran, his legs burning, toward a small cave he'd seen earlier. He squeezed inside, praying the creature couldn't follow. Inside the cave he found markings on the walls, ancient Diné symbols of protection. Atsa had taught him about them, said they could ward off evil. Tahoma traced the symbols with his fingers, whispering prayers his grandmother had taught him. Outside, the howling stopped. The air grew still. He waited, heart racing, until dawn broke, painting the desert gold. When Tahoma finally emerged, the creature was gone. His truck started without a problem, as if nothing had happened. He drove home, shaken but alive. Atsa was waking, her eyes knowing. "You saw it, didn't you?" she asked. Tahoma nodded, unable to speak. "You're safe now," she said, "but never forget. The naaldlooshii is real, and it hunts those who doubt." From that day, Tahoma carried the old stories with respect. He never spoke of that night, but he felt the shadow of the SkinWalker in every howl, every rustle of the desert wind. Vocabulary notes. Malevolent, adjective. Definition: having or showing a wish to do evil or harm to others. Example: in Navajo, Diné culture, a SkinWalker is a malevolent witch who can shapeshift into animals, possess or disguise themselves as an animal. Context: the word describes the SkinWalker's evil nature, emphasizing its harmful intentions. Similar words: malicious, intending to cause harm or suffering, e.g., the malicious gossip spread quickly through the village. Wicked, evil or morally wrong, e.g., the wicked sorcerer cursed the kingdom. Note: malevolent often implies a deep intentional desire to harm, unlike malicious, which can sometimes refer to smaller, spiteful acts. Shapeshift, verb. Definition: to change one's form or appearance, especially into an animal or another being, often associated with supernatural powers. Example: they are believed to cause harm and are regarded as the most dangerous type of witch in Navajo beliefs. Context: the term is used to describe the SkinWalker's ability to transform into animals, a key trait of its supernatural power. Similar words: transform, to change in form or appearance, e.g., the caterpillar transformed into a butterfly. Metamorphose, to undergo a dramatic change in form, e.g., in the myth the god metamorphosed into a swan. Note: shapeshift is specific to mythological or supernatural contexts, while transform is more general and can apply to non-magical changes. Reservation, noun. Definition: a designated area of land set aside for Native American tribes to live on, often by government agreement. Example: he was a Diné, proud of his people's traditions, but curious about the world beyond the reservation. Context: the reservation refers to the Navajo Nation, where Tahoma lives, highlighting his cultural roots and geographic setting. Similar words: territory, an area of land under specific control or jurisdiction, e.g., the tribe claimed the territory as their ancestral land. Reserve, a similar term for land that's set aside, often for specific groups, e.g., the reserve was home to several indigenous communities. Note: reservation is specific to Native American context in the US, while territory is broader and can apply to any region. Unnatural, adjective. Definition: not in accordance with nature or normal expectations, strange or abnormal. Example: it wasn't a coyote's cry, it was deeper, unnatural, like a voice trapped between a man and beast. Context: the word describes the eerie howl Tahoma hears, suggesting it belongs to the SkinWalker and not a typical animal. Similar words: eerie, strange and frightening, e.g., the eerie silence in the forest made her uneasy. Supernatural, beyond natural laws, often mystical, e.g., the supernatural glow of the cave scared the explorers. Note: unnatural emphasizes something that defies natural rules, while eerie focuses more on the creepy feeling it evokes. Ward off, phrasal verb. Definition: to protect or defend against something harmful or unwanted. Example: Atsa had taught him about them, said they could ward off evil. Context: the phrase refers to the protective symbols in the cave that Tahoma uses to keep the skinwalker at bay. Similar words: repel, to drive away or resist, e.g. the charm was said to repel evil spirits. Deflect, to turn aside or redirect something harmful, e.g. she used her words to deflect criticism. Note: ward off is often used for protection against intangible threats, like evil or bad luck, while repel can also apply to physical objects. Story written by Grok 3 AI. Image created by Grok 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.